Okay, so what we have done here is we have taken few cities, we constructed a data frame of the cities, we gave the name to the column, or we can make this a city name maybe. So you can see city name, and then there are these 7 cities here, and these are the indices. Okay. Now let's say add a conditional statement. ctdf dot now what do you see here? You see whether a given row satisfies this condition or not. Right, so you see basically a series, right? So conditions met. Now you can see this conditions met. So this is a series object, and what you can do is so when you add the series object here in the selection criteria, you basically get the name of the matching row. And again, you can examine this, right? And in this particular one, you have basically Boolean values, true and false. So it is true if the condition is met. If it is false if the condition is not met. Does this make sense? You can also do this in a single line without doing all of these type of things. You can say ctdf you get exactly one row. You can change it. Let's say to getting this. Is this clear to everyone? Okay. All right. If somebody has unmuted, do you have any question?
No, sir. Actually clear.
Okay. Thank you. Now, today we will talk about aggregation and grouping. So I hope you got a chance to revise all these things, whatever we talked about. So far, again, quickly revising, we started with, we basically started with simple data frame and data frame. So for that, you have to basically import Pandas as PD. It's a good idea to check the version of Pandas. Then what we did is, there are two data structure. One is series and second is data frame. So series basically is a single, you can think of series as a vector with index, and you can construct a data frame like this. So we have constructed two series, cities and population, and then we constructed a data frame which is union of this series. So we constructed data frame in the dictionary format, where we have a key which is the column name and the values which is the series, and based on that we can basically create a data frame, something like this. Then we talked about how to explore data in the data frame, how to look at the shape of the data frame, number of rows and columns, what are the column names, how do you see summary of information in data frame, and so on, right? Last class we talked at length about how do you select specific entries in the data frame. We talked about lock, iLock, and then we also talked about conditional statements. Right. And then we talked about a bit about how to do sampling, how to detect null values and drop them. Right? Yeah. We also talked about how to add column in the data frame. Yeah. Talked about how do you drop rows and columns, right? So if axis is 1, what we basically drop is the column. If axis is 0, we drop a row. Okay, I hope all of these things are clear to you people. If it is clear, we will move forward to aggregation and grouping. So now whatever we are going to talk is very useful when you do data analysis. When you do exploratory data analysis, let's say typical scenario will be you have data in your Excel file or in CSV file or in Google Sheets or in some format, right? And then you upload that, then you basically read the data into Pandas data frame. And you are curious about analyzing this data that is sitting inside Pandas data frame. Of course, there are two ways to do it. You can either write code yourself, you can write each of the analysis function yourself, or second option is to use functions implemented inside Pandas. So Pandas data frame has a lot of inbuilt functions which you should be using for analyzing the data. So let's try to learn them. Okay. Again, I would like to share this cheat sheet with all of you. I will also mention this in the. I found this very interesting cheat sheet about pandas. So keep it handy. It will be very useful. And also showcase that to you. So, do not use correct markdown here. So let's briefly look at this cheat sheet. Present my screen. Can you see this? Can you see my screen? So there is a cheat sheet and it has got all kinds of interesting functions that you will in general use. So I have this handy. Okay, you can check it later after the class. And I think we have not talked yet about this reshaping data. We'll see how to incorporate this particular thing. Okay, we talked about this is the subset observation or the selection. Like we talked about this lock, iLock, missing data handling we looked at. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Okay, so keep this cheat sheet handy. It comes from the official documentation of Pandas. Okay, so let us formulate. Let us start with some simple aggregations. Okay, so let us create a series.
Sir, so the cheat sheet is available inside the collab?
I have given a link, so in case you want to access it, you can access it later. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Since I have not run the entire notebook from start, I have to do these imports again and again. If you are running this at once, you did not do this again. Okay, I'm defining a random state. And then let's create a series. Let's say random.
Sir, sorry to ask silly doubts, sir. Like, what is that 42 means in that random state?
This is just some seed I have taken. You can take any number here. Okay. You can take 99, you can take 100. So it is important to use this number in order to get the same result again and again. We discussed about this particular thing last time, right? We said that it's good to select, good to have a code like this so that you get the same sample again and again. So you can use any of these number here.
Okay.
Most of our documentation is 42. That's how I'm used to this 42, but there is nothing special about 42. You can use anything.
Okay.
So you
So,
can use anything.
way to save the file we download, for example, for assignments, if we move away and do it later, we are losing that file. So even though I take a copy, they said take a copy, but still that file downloaded, example for assignment, we get lost if we do it later, little later, the page get closed. So there is
So
no other way to choose it.
which file are you losing, ma'am?
Like for example, for assignment from our portal, I download every time I have to download something.
So see, I mean, what you should do is you should download the file once, then you should save that file on your disk, or you can save it in your Google Drive, and then next time you can load the file from your Google Drive. Are
That
you
I'm,
getting?
yes, sir, I got that. But is there any other way to save in the collab page? There's no way.
No. Collab, see, I mean, see, the whole philosophy of collab is the following, right? So see this connection that we are doing here, this machine is not permanently allocated to us. Give me a minute.
Okay.
There was some noise outside, so I just closed my windows. So see, what is the philosophy of collab? What is happening here? I mean, it's good to understand this, right? So see, we are connecting to some runtime, right? And this runtime, this is a temporary virtual machine that is allotted to you somewhere in the cloud, right? This is sitting inside Google Cloud. So you are getting a machine allocated to you temporarily for running your work on that machine, right? So you have no way of saving this collab on that machine, right? So you have to basically save your collab inside your Google Drive.
Okay.
See, there is a file save option, and you can save a copy in drive. Next time you should open a collab from this drive, and then you have to run it again to get the output. So are you saying that output is not saved, or what is not saved
Yes,
now?
sir. Though I did try copying drive, but the file I think I'm getting lost. Again I have to open it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's okay.
try to save it to
I'll,
Google Drive. And so see, I mean, I have stored this particular file in my Google Drive, and I open it whenever I want to do more work on this, right? You can see that it also retains my last run, the output of my last run.
that is there,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It retains that. Yeah, sure. So let's create a series of some 10 random numbers. Okay, so we have some 10 random numbers. So let us, now this series is created. You can do simple aggregation on this, right? So you can say that this random series dot mean. You can calculate mean of this series. You can calculate standard deviation of this series.
So just for a second, please scroll up, sir.
Huh?
Just for a second, please scroll up, sir. Scroll.
Just a minute. Now that series is
Yes.
created, we can try aggregation functions. Like mean, standard deviation. Yes, what is your question?
Sir, please scroll up, sir. Just for 1 second.
No, I'm not
Okay.
able to hear you. I'm not able to hear you.
Okay, it's okay now. It's okay now, sir.
Okay, now this was mean. We can also do standard deviation. So you see the standard deviation of this series. Okay. We can also do summation of these things. You can also sum up the elements of the series. You're getting it? So all these numbers are summed up. Is this clear? Okay, now let's create a data frame and try these things. Now this is clear in series, right? Let's create a data frame with 5 rows and 2 columns containing random numbers. How do you create it? Anyone? Data frame is equal to pd.dataframe. So write along with me so that it is easier for you. Your dictionary format, right? So we say key A. We can do random 5. So let's do random state dot random actually. Random state dot rand. And second column again random state dot rand. 5. So you can see that I have created 2 columns A and B, and each column I'm creating a series or a list with 5 random numbers. So that is a value in each column. So you can say df. Let's print df. So you can see that there is column A and B, each containing 5 values, and these are random numbers. Okay. Now you can apply again all these type of things of this df.sum. So you get sum for the column A and column B. You can do all these type of functions of this. Okay, by default they are done column wise. Column wise, these operations are applied. Is this clear?
Sir, after doing the aggregation, it is A and B is coming as a row, right?
Yes.
So can you display like that A and B will be the column and that will be in a single row?
Yeah, we'll have to do something like .t or something like that. Let's try. You can do it. You might have to, let's say we will store this somewhere. Stats. Let's see what is the type of these stats.
Series.
Let me try this and run this. I don't know how to do it. We can figure this out. So stats is a series. No, I think we need to do something. I don't know how to do it.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yes.
What else?
Please scroll up, sir. 1 minute.
You have a doubt?
Okay.
Now let's try to also do this. Let's say row wise. Try these operations. Row wise. So df.mean. You can actually look at a documentation of df.mean. So see here we can give access. So the default access is 0. We can make access equal to 1. Now you can see that you're getting mean column wise. At 0.89 and 0.97, the mean is approximately 0.93, right? So you can see this is now happening row wise. Getting it? You can also get Okay. These are very simple aggregations. Any questions so far on this? So you can also do aggregations like count. Then you can use median. You can use prod for product of all atoms. You can do MAD, which is mean absolute deviation. All these type of aggregations you can apply. Okay. All right. Now let's try to understand groupby. So groupby has three operations: split, apply, and combine. Okay. Let's go three operations: split, apply, and combine. Stages. What happens in split? We split data frame into smaller data frames, into multiple smaller data frames based on the keys, based on the values of keys. Apply. We apply desired aggregation or any other function, aggregation, transformation, any other functions on each data frame, and combine. We combine results from apply state into data frame. Is this clear? Three stages. There is a nice figure. I will see if I can show this to you. Let me see if I can bring this figure to you. Okay. See, this is interesting. Okay, so this is your original data frame. There is a key and there is data. So keys are A, B, C. A, B, and C are three keys, right? They're repeated. And then there's some data. Now, when you split by column key, what will happen is that we will create three different small data frames. One for the value of key equal to A, value of key equal to B, and value of key equal to C. And you can see that for A, we have values 1 and 4. So those values are copied over here. For B, the values are 2 and 5. They are copied over here. And for C, values are 3 and 6. They are copied over here. And then let's say we apply the function, and the function is sum. So we sum of these values and make it 5. So A, this becomes 5, 4 plus 1 equal to 5. This becomes 7, 5 plus 2. And 3 plus 6 equal to 9. So the value of C becomes 9 after applying the aggregation function. And then you combine these small data frames and give one data frame as an answer. So if you are familiar with distributed computing, right? I mean, especially when you have very large amount of data, this is what is normally done. It is called as map reduce, where first we divide the entire data set into smaller chunks. We apply the function on the smaller chunks and then we combine. So you can see that once I divide a data set into smaller chunks, I can apply these operations in parallel. It is not really happening here, but I'm just giving you an analogy. So this is how this split, apply, and combine works. Any questions on this? Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? It's fairly straightforward.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir. Clear it is.
Let's try to create a data frame. Okay. Like this. So let's say we got data frame. We create a dictionary. There are two keys I want to use. Key and data. And here let's say keys are I'm trying this thing and see whether it works. And let us also give, okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, so we have a data frame. So see, some of you might get, what is this into 2? So what I'm saying is that the first three values are ABC and then repeat them 2 times. So I have ABC and ABC. Okay, and the values here are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting it? So this is another way of saying, I could have also written it like this. There are multiple ways of doing this, right? I mean, I could have written it like this. What was that? Last time we tried this, right? String ABC, ABC. We could have done something like this. Or we could have written a list with these 3 elements repeated. Okay, so this is a shorthand of writing that. Clear? So we now have a data frame.
Sir, I have a question over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you please show us the example that ABC in top, whatever you have written? Yeah. Here, no, not that. The text. Yes, sir. You are giving us example string ABC or ABC again. So that will not. I mean, the same key will not print it 6 times, because as I am saying string.
This is not a string, right? So we can
No.
do it.
This is character. I do understand it's 2 times, but you showed as example ABC and ABC. So it will not
I
be a
think it
single
is not
key.
exactly string. It is, I think, str or something.
Yeah.
No, but I think it was not str. Last time we did something. No, okay, sorry, not str. We did list, I guess. List. Sorry, list. It
Yeah.
has to be list.
Yeah. This one is okay.
So something like this. List. ABC, or we can do. We can repeat basically this particular thing 6 times. Thanks for pointing this out.
Yeah.
Something like this. Yeah, these things are equivalent. So whatever works for you, you can write that. So now let's try to go for group by. So we say df.group by. Let us print this also. So what do we get after doing group by? We basically get data frame group by object. Now you can apply, let's say, sum on top of this. you get, what do you get? You get sum by keys. So you can see that A has got values. Let us stop this. So you can see that A has got values 0 and 3. So 0 plus 3 is 3. B has got values 1 and 4. So the sum will be 5. And for C, the sum will be 7. So you can see that this works, right? Okay, so we do group by. We specify the column name on which you want to do group by. And then the resultant, right? What you see is the key becomes your index. And the distinct values in keys become your index names or index IDs. And the second column, which is data here, is the column in a new data frame. And the output that we see in this column is the output of the aggregate function. Does this make sense?
Yes, sir. We understood these things very well. But sir, it is working. The example you have given in the top, the same way it is working, or is a chunk of memory for processing these things?
It is working exactly in the same way in the
Oh,
background.
okay. Okay.
So when we do group by, right,
Mhm.
we saw this object, correct?
Yes, yes.
We just do group by. We saw this object data frame group by,
Mhm.
which is this particular thing.
Okay.
Right? And when we apply sum, we get this particular thing, and then the combine happens, and you get to see the output, which is in this form.
Okay. So we can also find out the mean and other things the same way, right?
Yeah, you can apply. You can apply all kinds of aggregations.
Okay.